baby. You say that maybe you'll be thinking.
On July 16th, 2025, the world's heart skipped a beat as Connie Francis, the musical legend whose voice once captivated millions, took her final breath at the age of 87. To this breaking news singer, Connie Francis has died. Francis recently became a huge hit on TikTok with this. And this morning, guys, we're remembering the life of the trailblazing Pretty Little Baby singer Connie Francis, who passed away overnight. In a remarkable twist, her song Pretty Little Baby recently made a powerful comeback on social media, bringing her name back into the spotlight. But behind those timeless melodies lies a life marked by heartbreak, a vast fortune and secrets that have brought tears to those she left behind. What transformed a young Italian-American girl from Newark into an immortal icon? In the wake of Connie's passing, the stories surrounding her life are drawing growing public attention. Sorry. Now I'm sorry. I made you. Connie Francis passed away at a hospital in Florida at the age of 87. The cause was linked to complications from a pelvic injury combined with intense unexplained pain that had led to her hospitalization earlier that month. Connie Francis was an undeniable force whose wholesome songs made up the fabric of pop music in the 1950s and 60s. Her passing comes a little more than 2 weeks after she was hospitalized following a bout of intense pain, with the singer expressing regret over having to cancel an appearance with 1960s. Her departure left a vast emptiness in the hearts of fans, family, and friends, bringing to a close a musical journey that spanned over 6 decades. Just one day later, Ron Roberts, president of Keta Records and a longtime close friend, shared an emotional post on Facebook. With a heavy heart, I share that Connie Francis has left us. She wanted her fans to know as soon as possible, and I honor that wish. His heartfelt message quickly spread, stirring an outpouring of grief from around the world. Fans across platforms like TikTok and X united in expressing profound sorrow. A post on X from user @julap read, "Sending my deepest condolences to Connie Francis's family and friends. Thank you for your contributions to the arts and the legacy you've left for us to cherish forever. Rest in peace." These words reflected not only the love for Connie, but also her enduring influence from the dazzling stages of the 1960s to today's digital world. Just a month before her death, Connie was still actively connecting with fans on TikTok, where her 1961 track Pretty Little Baby became a global sensation. "I'm flabbergasted and excited about the huge devs my 1962 recording A Pretty Little Baby is making all over the world." With over 15 million videos using the song and 10 billion views on the platform, Connie captured the hearts of Gen Z young people who had never witnessed her golden era. Her passing came at a time when a new generation was embracing her work, marking a beautiful but bittersweet end to a brilliant career. She once shared in a 1984 interview with the Associated Press, "I always wanted to bring joy through music, even when life wasn't easy for me." That quote now feels like a prophecy as her music continues to resonate even in her absence. Her death was not just the loss of a star, but the end of an era, raising questions about the legacy and vast fortune she left behind for her family and the world. That legacy, both financial and artistic, tells the story of Connie Francis as more than just a star, but as a woman of remarkable strength, a massive material fortune. After decades of tireless work, Connie Francis left behind an estimated $25 million fortune, according to Celebrity Net Worth, a reflection of a brilliant music career and smart financial decisions. Her primary income came from over 200 million records sold worldwide, with timeless hits like Who's Sorry Now, Stupid Cupid, and Everybody's Somebody's Fool topping charts. Music, I Need Them Every Morning. These songs not only generated immense revenue during the 1950s and 60s, but continued to earn royalties through licensing in films, commercials, and streaming platforms. A significant portion of her wealth also came from a $1.475 million settlement with the Howard Johnson's hotel chain in 1974 following a serious incident adjusted for today's value. That amount helped stabilize her finances during a turbulent time. She also owned a home in Parkland, Florida, complete with a private pool and a personal archive of career memorabilia. Among these were iconic items such as a performance jacket from her Vietnam tour and a 13-carat emerald ring. These objects carry sentimental value and potential for high auction returns. Conchetta Records, the label she founded, was another key asset. It managed her original recordings and music rights, ensuring a steady revenue stream. The recent resurgence of Pretty Little Baby on digital platforms added a new income source. The music, Pretty. With over 20 million streams on Spotify and millions of TikTok videos, royalties from the track increased her estate's value significantly just before her passing. This aligns with what Connie said in a 2017 interview with Billboard: "Music is my greatest asset because it lives on when I'm gone." Personal memorabilia such as a collection of love letters from Bobby Darin auctioned in 2017 could also generate major value if a family chose to sell. These items, along with various investments, reveal that Connie was not only a singer, but also a savvy financial manager, even though she once faced financial struggles during the 1980s due to unchecked spending and complicated relationships. As for the estate's distribution, Joseph Gazili Jr., her adopted son, is believed to be the main heir. Part of her wealth may go to charitable organizations like UNICEF and the USO, reflecting the compassion Connie championed throughout her life. As she wrote in her memoir, "Among my souvenirs, I want to leave something meaningful behind, not just money." Connie's material legacy stands as proof of a storied career and her ability to overcome hardship. But beyond the numbers lies a musical legacy that speaks even louder, ready to continue telling the story of an immortal legend. An immortal musical treasure. Over a career spanning nearly 70 years, Connie Francis left behind a vast musical treasure with more than 53 hit songs, including 16 that reached the top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100. Most notably, Everybody's Somebody's Fool, 1960, made her the first female artist to top the chart, marking a historic milestone in the music industry. Her ability to sing in multiple languages, including Italian, Spanish, German, Japanese, Hebrew, and Yiddish, allowed her to captivate audiences around the world. Her album Connie Francis Sings Italian Favorites 1959 was not only a commercial triumph, but also a tribute to her Italian roots, becoming a cultural symbol for the Italian-American community. Connie's influence stretched far beyond her era. In 2025, her song Pretty Little Baby became a sensation on TikTok, reaching the top 5 on the US iTunes pop chart, featured in nearly 15 million videos and amassing billions of views. The affection from Gen Z, many of whom had never known her golden years, proved her music remained vibrant and full of life. In a 2010 interview with Rolling Stone, she shared, "I never sang to be famous. I sang to connect with people's hearts, no matter what era they lived in." Connie also left her mark on popular culture. She inspired countless artists, including Agnetha Fältskog of ABBA, who said in a 1985 interview Connie's voice was the model of sincerity and emotion. Her music was featured in the 2025 musical Just in Time, which recounted her unfulfilled romance with Bobby Darin and revived the image of a passionate but wistful Connie. Her songs continue to hold potential for licensing in films, advertisements, and digital platforms, ensuring that her legacy will endure. She was more than a singer. She was a trailblazer who paved the way for women in a male-dominated industry. From experimenting with multilingual performances to bringing pop music to global audiences, Connie reshaped the world's perception of popular music. Her legacy is not just in melodies, but in the story of a woman who defied boundaries to leave an everlasting imprint. Behind the spotlight of her hits were personal tragedies that forged a resilient Connie Francis. The tragedies that shaped her strength. Throughout her life, Connie Francis faced deeply personal trials that played a significant role in shaping both her character and her career. In 1974, she was sexually assaulted in a New York hotel, a traumatic event that led to severe depression, substance struggles, and the loss of her voice for several years. This incident interrupted her career and left emotional scars. In her 1984 memoir, Who's Sorry Now?, she wrote, "I felt like the light in me had gone out, but I knew I had to find a way to turn it back on." Another blow came after undergoing nasal surgery, which caused a temporary loss of her singing ability until 1981. This was a devastating period when the very voice that had taken her to the top seemed no longer hers. In the same year, Her brother George Frankenro Jr. was murdered by the mafia, plunging Connie into another wave of grief. But this tragedy became a driving force, helping her break through self-pity and return to the stage. In a 1985 interview with People, she said, "Losing my brother was unbearable, but I knew he would want me to keep singing." Connie also endured profound mental health challenges. Between 1982 and 1991, she was misdiagnosed with bipolar disorder and hospitalized 17 times in psychiatric facilities. Those years were filled with hardship, but she refused to be defined by them. Instead, she transformed her suffering into advocacy, becoming a spokesperson for Mental Health America in 2010 and actively supporting veterans with PTSD. She also fought for victims' rights, using her own story to empower others. At a 2015 charity event, she declared, "If my story can help one person rise after suffering, then everything I've been through was worth it." Connie's resilience was evident, not only in her return to the stage, but also in the way she turned her wounds into a force for good. These challenges shaped her into a woman who was not only a star, but a symbol of courage and hope. The pain she carried touched every aspect of her life, leaving a profound impact on her personal relationships and family. Broken loves and family bonds. Throughout her life, Connie Francis experienced 4 brief marriages, each one leaving emotional scars. Her first marriage to Dick Cane-Lees in 1964 ended after only a few months, leaving her in solitude. With Izzy Marion, 1971–1972, Connie hoped to find stability, but the relationship quickly fell apart. Her marriage to Joseph Gazilla in 1973–1978 brought a rare glimmer of light. Their adopted son, Joseph Gazilla Jr., who became her greatest joy. That marriage too ended in sadness. Her final marriage to Bob Parkinson 1985–1986 lasted just 1 year, reinforcing the pain Connie expressed in her 2017 memoir, "Among My Souvenirs." "I loved everything I had, but love always seemed to slip away from me." The deepest love of Connie's life was with Bobby Darin, the 1950s pop star. They met early in their careers when their passion burned brightly. Her father, George Frankenro, fiercely opposed the relationship, once even pointing a gun at Darin to force him away from his daughter. Connie never fully recovered from that heartbreak, and in a 2005 interview with The Guardian, she said through tears, "Bobby was the dream I couldn't hold on to." Darin's love letters, carefully preserved by Connie, stand as proof of a destined but incomplete love emotionally brought to life in the 2025 stage musical Just in Time. Connie's relationship with her family was equally turbulent. Her father, George Frankenro, managed her career and tightly controlled her personal life. He once forced her into a psychiatric hospital, leading to 6 painful years of estrangement. Still, Connie cherished her Italian heritage, often speaking fondly of her mother in interviews. Her adopted son, Joseph Gazilla Jr., became her strongest source of support. In a 2010 event, she once said, "Joseph is the reason I keep going even on my darkest days." Tensions with her father and the heartbreak from her failed marriages left a lasting sorrow. As she once wrote, "My love belongs to the audience, but my heart is always missing a piece." These relationships reveal a Connie Francis who was both fierce and fragile, with love and family being sources of both joy and pain. They shaped not just her music but also her way of facing life. When she passed, those emotional wounds added a deeper layer to the grief felt by her family and fans. The reactions of those left behind. Joseph Gazilla Jr., Connie Francis's adopted son, now faces the weighty responsibility of carrying on her musical legacy and managing her estate. It is both a profound honor and an emotional burden. Although he has rarely appeared in public, he is believed to be the primary heir and may continue running Keta Records to protect and promote her body of work. In a Ray 2015 interview with the Miami Herald, Joseph said, "My mother wasn't just a singer, she was a fighter, and I learned from her how to never give up." Connie's passing undoubtedly left an enormous void in his life, blending deep gratitude with the pain of loss. Connie's Italian family, though mostly private, is believed to have held intimate memorials to honor the cultural legacy she held dear. Her Italian roots, which she frequently celebrated in songs and interviews, remained a vital connection to her family. an anonymous relative shared on a fan forum in 2020. Connie always carried her family in her heart, even when she felt alone. These memorials are not only remembrances of her life, but affirmations of the love for her heritage that she wove into her music. Fans across the globe have expressed their sorrow on social media on X. Tributes have poured in, including one post that read, "Connie Francis brought light into this world, and her music will forever be an undying flame." Friends and colleagues such as singer Neil Sedaka, who once received a Lifetime Achievement Award from Connie, shared their grief online. She was a friend, an inspiration, and a voice that can never be replaced. Those left behind are moved not just by the material value of her legacy, but by the powerful emotions it continues to evoke. They mourn not only the loss of a star, but honor a life marked by sacrifice and triumph from humble beginnings to global fame. These tears compel us to reflect on a legacy that has gone far beyond charts and possessions. It is the legacy of resilience and eternal love. A timeless legacy. From the dazzling stages of the 1950s to the digital space of 2025, Connie Francis has left behind a musical legacy that endures, one where heartfelt melodies continue to bridge generations. Her tender ballads and vibrant pop songs brought the story of an Italian-American girl from Newark to audiences around the world. In a 2015 interview with Rolling Stone, she said, "Music is how I tell the world I'm still here, no matter how many times life knocks me down." The resilience in her voice became a lifeline, carrying her music across the borders of time and culture. Connie's legacy extends beyond music, taking form in the written word as well. Her two memoirs, Who's Sorry Now, 1984, and Among My Souvenirs, 2017, chronicle a journey marked by hardship and triumph from humble beginnings to dazzling fame. These emotionally rich and honest books hold the potential to be adapted into films or documentaries, ensuring her story continues to live on. At an event in 2018, she said, "I write so that someone out there might read it and realize they can make it through anything." That message is more than a memoir. It's a source of hope for anyone facing adversity. Her compassion is another vital piece of her legacy. Over the years, she supported organizations like UNICEF, the USO, and mental health awareness campaigns, particularly those focused on veterans with PTSD. In a speech at Mental Health America in 2012, she declared, "I've walked through darkness, and I want to help others find the light." A portion of her estate is expected to continue supporting these causes, reflecting her generous heart and commitment to making the world a better place. Her journey from 18 failed singles to global stardom is a testament to Connie's unshakable will. She broke down barriers in the music industry, pioneering multilingual recordings and bringing pop music to a global audience. This fearless spirit has inspired artists like Agnia Felskog and millions of fans, from 1960s listeners to Gen Z followers on TikTok in 2025. Her persistence is a beacon for anyone facing obstacles. Connie's legacy is a tapestry woven from music, compassion, and strength. Her songs continue to echo her story, still moves hearts, and her empathy stands as a call to action. Connie was never just a star. She is a symbol of enduring power, forever glowing in the hearts of millions. So now, Connie Francis has truly left us, leaving behind a vast trove of memories and an immortal musical legacy after decades of unwavering dedication. What truly touches her family and fans, though, is the story of a woman who overcame countless tragedies to leave a mark on the world. From sweet ballads to Pretty Little Baby going viral among today's youth, her music remains an eternal flame, lighting up hearts across generations. Connie's legacy isn't just in her melodies or material wealth. It's in her unbreakable spirit, her compassion, and her power to connect across time. She is living proof that even in life's harshest moments, a brave heart and an honest voice can make a difference. What about you? Which Connie song is your favorite? And which part of her story speaks to you most? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's honor and carry forward the timeless legacy Connie Francis gifted to the world. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos celebrating her life and other legendary stars.